Well, we're starting to get some feedback from our new feature, Media Microscope, which we do with research from the new analytics company. We put up graphics and I pretend I have a magic wall and I show you what the percentages are of how the Republican presidential candidates are being covered, how much coverage they get in any given week or after a big event. Donald Trump, so far, as long as we've been doing this, has been getting a lot more coverage than anyone else. And then we look at the tone of the coverage, again, based on the research from our friends at the new analytics company, and whether or not it is positive, what percentage is positive, what percentage is negative. So far, a majority of these candidates have mostly gotten negative coverage, sometimes 60%, sometimes in the case of Ben Carson last week, as much as 85% negative. And we try to analyze why that is, whether it increased after terror, for example, became a front burner issue in the campaign, or whether or not it has to do with any particular controversies that the candidates themselves were involved in, or they're speaking out. And maybe that's helping their candidacy as they go on the attack against either other Republicans or President Obama or Hillary Clinton. So I got an email from Jack P., who writes the following. On today's show, you showed the favorable, unfavorable ratings based on mentions the media gave the GOP candidates in the past few days regarding immigrants and refugees. Actually, wasn't just limited to immigrants and refugees. I would like to have seen the same data for the Democrats in the same discussion block. After all, y'all at Fox are fair and balanced. He put quotation marks around that. I think he might have been being a little sarcastic. Well, right now, the new analytics company is a startup firm that is just focusing on the Republicans because that's where the most exciting race is. That's where you have all these candidates running. And let's face it, on the Democratic side, we're down to Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders, and Martin O'Malley, former governor of Maryland. I would like to be able to show this data from the Democrats as well. If and when that becomes available, we will certainly share that with you. It would certainly be interesting to track Hillary Clinton's coverage, positive, negative, the amount of coverage she is getting, even though most of the action, understandably, is on the horse race on the Republican side. So we weren't withholding this. This is the data we have to work with. We will find other ways, if we can't get this data, of following the way that Hillary Clinton is covered, even if she's going to be a bit overshadowed as the Republicans slug it out for the nomination. I don't think there's any question now that anybody has that, barring a bus accident or something even more dramatic in terms of the email investigation, Hillary Clinton is going to be the Democratic nominee. Still, she gets a lot of coverage, and we will try to scrutinize that as well.